Okay, good evening, friends. Pinvatuni. Welcome to our online broadcast from the London Mindfulness Meditation Center with our daily Buddha Puja, chanting, meditation, and Dhamma reflection. Every day we go live at 6:30, enabling you to participate in the religious observances, and especially during this pandemic and lockdown restriction times, as well as during the rains retreat, when at other times you would be perhaps going to temples, place of worship to engage in religious observances. So we provide this opportunity for you to participate from home, from wherever you are. So today the sponsors, Mr. Dhammika and Manori Bandara, and the children Onel and Minol, would like to dedicate this for the well-being of everyone, especially Onel, who is celebrating his 15th birthday today. As parents, Mr. Dhammik and Mrs. Manori would like to bless him the blessings of the Triple Gem for every success in the forthcoming GCSE exams in 2021, as well as to bless Minol, who will be starting his secondary school soon next month. The meritorious deeds accumulated is also to bless the Bandara and Hewawasam families for their good health, happiness, success and prosperity. And also we are joined by Mr. Bala Sundaram and Mrs. Susila Bala Sundaram, and Mr. and Mrs. Chaganti. So we wish them good health, happiness, success and prosperity, and especially wishing good health for everyone participating as an online community. And also if you are in the Nepalese community, it is Father's Day today, and if there are any beloved fathers who have passed away, bear them in your thoughts and wish them happiness wherever they are. If they are living, bear them in your thoughts and bless them good health, happiness, success throughout. So with those kind intentions, the sponsors, Mr. Dhammik and Mrs. Manori Bandara, would like to dedicate this for the well-being of everyone. So please join with good intention, especially during this rains retreat. It is ideal to participate in religious observances, not just to enhance your or deepen your Dhamma knowledge, but also to practice the Dhamma and develop or enhance your spiritual journey. So let us begin the worship with observing 5 precepts. Please say Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa 3 times. Namo Buddhaṃ Saraṇaṃ Gacchāmi, Dhammaṃ Saraṇaṃ Gacchāmi, Saṅghaṃ Saraṇaṃ Gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Buddhaṃ Saraṇaṃ Gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Dhammaṃ Saraṇaṃ Gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Saṅghaṃ Saraṇaṃ Gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Buddhaṃ Saraṇaṃ Gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Dhammaṃ Saraṇaṃ Gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Saṅghaṃ Saraṇaṃ Gacchāmi, පානාතිපාතා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි. අදින්නාදානා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි. කාමේසු මිච්ඡාචාරා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි. මුසාවාදා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි. සුරාමේරය මජ්ජපමා දට්ඨානා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි. තිසරණේන සද්ධින් පංචශීලං ධම්මං අප්පමාදේන සම්පාදේ තබ්බං. Let's worship the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Iti piso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vijjācarana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarathi sattā deva manussanang buddho bhagavati. Buddhaṃ jīvitaṃ yāva nibbānaṃ saranaṃ gacchāmi. Ye ce buddhā atītā ce ye ce buddhā anāgatā paccapannā ce ye buddhā ahaṃ vandāmi sabbadā. Nati me saranang anyang buddho me saranang varang. Etena sacca vajjena hotu me jaya mangalang. Uttamangena vandehang padapang suvaruttamang. Buddheyo kalito doso buddho kamatu tang mamang. Swakato bhagavata dhammo sanditthiko akaliko. Ehi passiko opanayiko paccattang veditabbo vinyuhiti. Dhammang jivitang yāva nibbānaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Ye ce dhamma atītā ce ye ce dhamma anāgatā paccapannā ce ye dhamma ahaṃ vandāmi sabbadā. Nati me saranang anyang dhammo me saranang varang. Etena sacca vajjena hotu me jaya mangalang. Uttamangena vandehang dhamman ca dividhang varang. Dhammeyo khalito dosa Dhammo khamatu tang mamang Supatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Ujjapatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Nyayapatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Samici patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Yadidang cattari purisa yugani Attha purisa puggala Esa bhagavato savaka sangho Ahuneyo pahuneyo Dakhineyo anjali karaniyo Anuttarang punyakhetang lokasati Sanghang jivitang yavanibbanang saranang gacchami Ye ca sangha atita ca ye ca sangha anagata Paccapanna ca ye sangha ahang vandami sabbada Natti me saranang anyang sangho me saranang varang Etena sacca vajjena hotu me jaya mangalang Uttamangena vandehang sanghang ca tividottamang Sangheyo khalito dosa sangho khamatu tang mamang Ghanasarapaditene dipene tamadang sina Tiloka dipang sambuddhang pujayami tamonudang Vanna gandha gunopetang etang kusuma santating Pujayami munindassa siripada saroruhe Pujemi buddhang kusumena nena Punyena mitena ca hotu mokkhaṃ Pupphaṃ milayati yatha idammi Kāyo tathāyati vināsa bhāvaṃ Adhivasetu no bhante Pāniyaṃ parikappitaṃ Anukampaṃ upādāya Patiganhātu uttama Adhivasetu no bhante Gilāna paccayang imang Anukampaṃ upādāya Patiganhātu uttama Adhivasetu no bhante Besajjaṃ parikappitaṃ Anukampaṃ upādāya Patiganhātu uttama Adhivasetu no bhante Sabbhaṃ saddhāya pūjitaṃ Anukampaṃ upādāya Patiganhātu uttama Vandāmi cetiyaṃ sabbhaṃ sabbhatāni supatitthitaṃ Sāririka dhātu mahābodhiṃ Buddha rūpaṃ sakalaṃ sadā Yassa mūle nisinno ve Sambhari Vijayang Aka Pato Sabbanyatang Sattha Vande Tang Bodhipadapang Ime ete Mahabodhi Lokanathena Pujita Ahampite Namassami Bodhiraja Namattute Kayena Vacha Chittena Pamadena Maya Katang Achayang Kamami Bhante Bhuri Panye Tathagate Kayena Vacha Chittena Pamadena Maya Katang Achayang Kamami Dhamma Sanditthika Akalika Kayena Vacha Chittena Pamadena Maya Katang Achayang Kamami Sangha Supatipanna Anuttara Ettavata ca amhehi sambhatang punya sampadang sabbe deva anumodantu sambha sampatti siddhya Ettavata ca amhehi sambhatang punya sampadang sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Ettavata ca amhehi sambhatang punya sampadang sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya idang me ñātinang hotu sukhita hontu ñātayo idang me ñātinang hotu Sukhita hontu ñātayo idang me ñātinang hotu Sukhita hontu ñātayo imina punya kammene mami bala samagamo satang samagamo hotu yava nibbana pattiya idang me punyang asavakkaya vahang hotu sambha dukkha pamuncatu sadhu sadhu sadhu. So that is the end of our evening Buddha Puja. So now we are going to chant Ratana Sutta. Today the sponsors Mr. Dhammika and Mrs. Manori Bandara would like to bless their children, especially Onel, who is celebrating his 15th birthday today. So wishing him every success with good health, happiness, as well as success for his GCSE next year. So may he have the courage and determination to excel in his education, and may the blessings of the Buddha Dhamma Sangha be upon him for his happiness. Would also like to bless their second son Minol, who is going to start his secondary school this September. So may you embark with great confidence in your secondary education. So may the blessings of the Buddha Dhamma Sangha be upon you for every success and every step in life. So both their sons, they would like to bless, the sponsors would like to bless their sons with every happiness and success. Furthermore, they would like to bless their families. Mr. Bandara, Mr. Dhammika Bandara would like to bless the Bandara family, as well as Mrs. Manori Bandara would like to bless the Hevawasam families for their good health, happiness and success. We also joined with blessings for Mr. Balasundaram and Mrs. Susila Balasundaram as well as Mr. and Mrs. Chaganti for their good health, happiness, success and prosperity. So may the recitation of the Ratana Sutta and the Jayaparita be helpful for all of your families. May you gain good health, may you achieve every success, and may you continue to enjoy life with every happiness and prosperity. So with those kind intentions, we dedicate, or the sponsors would like to dedicate for the well-being of you, as well as you as an online community. May you also gain every happiness, good health, success and prosperity, and especially peace of mind during this time of restriction. In the Nepalese community, it is Father's Day, so if there are any fathers who have passed away, please bear them in your thoughts and bless them wherever they are. May they be happy and peaceful. If they are alive, just bring them to your thoughts as well and wish them good health and happiness throughout, and also well-being throughout. We also dedicate this chanting to all the key workers, especially NHS staff, doctors and nurses. May you also enjoy good health. May you also develop more courage and determination to continue your valuable services, looking after all patients and their families, as well as if you have any friends or family who are ill, bear them in your thoughts and wish for them a speedy recovery and enjoy good health thereafter. So with those kind and compassionate intentions, we chant Ratana Sutta and Jayaparita for all your well-being. So may you be well, happy and peaceful. Please listen to the chantings with great attention and respect. Samanta Chakravalesu Atra Gacchantu Devata Saddhammang Munirajassa Sunantu Sagga Mokkadang Parittassavana Kalu Ayang Bhadanta Parittassavana Kalu Ayang Bhadanta Paritta Dhamma Savana Kalu Ayang Bhadanta. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Yani dabhutani samagatani bhummani vayani vayantalikhe Sambeva bhuta sumana bhavantu atopi sakkacca sunantu bhasitang Tasmahi bhutani sametha sabbe mettang karotha manusiyapajaya Divacharatto chaharanti ye baling tasmahi nirakkata appamatta Yang kinci vittang idhavahurang va sagge suvayang ratanang panitang Nano samang attita tagatena idampi buddhe ratanang panitang Etena saccena suvatti hoto Khayang viragang amatang panitang yadajjaga sakya muni samahito Natena dhammena samatti kinci idampi dhamme ratanang panitang Etena saccena suvatti hotu Yang buddha settho parivannai sucing samadhimanan tarikanyamahu Samadhina tena samona vijjati idampi dhamme ratanang panitang Etena saccena suvatti hotu Ye puggala attha satang pasattha cattari etani yugani honti Te dakhineya sugatassa savaka ete sudinnani mahapalani idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Yesupayutta manasa dalhena nikamino gotama sasanamhi Te patti patta amatang vigaihe laddha mudha nibbuting bunjamana Idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Yathinda kilo pataving sito siya chatubhivate bhiya sampakampiyo Tathupamang sappurisang vadami yo varya saccani avecca passati Idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Ye ariya saccani vibhavayanti gambhira panyena sudesitani Kincapi te honti busappamattana te bhavang attamang adiyanti Idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Sahavassa dassana sampadaya tayassu dhamma jahita bhavanti Sakkaya ditthi vicikiccitanca silabbatan vapi yadatti kinci Catuha payehi ca vippamutto ca cabithanani abhabbo katung Idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Kincapi sokammang karoti papakang kayena vaca udacetasa abhabbo sotassa paticchādāya abhabbata ditta padassa vutta Idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Vanappagumbe yatha pussitagge gimhanamase pathamasmin gimhe Tatupamang dhammavarang adesai nibbānagāmiṃ paramang hitāye Idampi buddhe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Varo varanyo varado varaharo anuttaro dhammavarang adesai Idampi buddhe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Khinang puranang navang natti sambhavang viratta citta ayatike bhavasmin Te khina bija avirulhiccanda nibbanti dhīrā yathāyaṃ padīpo Idampi sanghe ratanang panītaṃ etena saccena suvatti hotu Yāni dabhūtāni samāgatāni bhummāni vāyāni vayantalikhe Tathāgataṃ deva manussa pūjitaṃ buddhaṃ namassāma suvatti hotu Yāni dabhūtāni samāgatāni bhummāni vāyāni vayantalikhe Tathāgataṃ deva manussa pūjitaṃ dhammaṃ namassāma suvatti hotu Yāni dabhūtāni samāgatāni bhummāni vāyāni vayantalikhe Tathāgataṃ deva manussa pūjitaṃ saṅgham namassāma suvatti hotu Etena sacca vajjena dukkha upasamintu te Etena sacca vajjena bhaya upasamintu te Etena sacca vajjena roga upasamintu te Siridhiti mati tejo jaya siddhi mahiddhi mahagunam Aparimita punyadikarassa sabbantaraya Nivarana samathassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Dvatting samaha purisa lakkhananubhavena asityanu-vyanjana lakkhananubhavena Attuttara satamangala lakkhananubhavena sabbannarang syanubhavena Ketumalanubhavena dasaparamithanubhavena Dasa upaparamithanubhavena Dasa paramatta paramithanubhavena Sila samadhi panyānubhavena Buddhānubhavena Dhammanubhavena Sanghānubhavena Tejanubhavena Idhyanubhavena Balanubhavena Nyaya Dhammanubhavena Chaturasiti sahasa dhammakhandhanubhavena Navalokuttara dhammanubhavena Atthangika magganubhavena Atthasamapattyanubhavena Chalaviññānubhavena Metta karuna mudita Upekkhānubhavena Sambhaparamitaanubhavena Ratanattaya sarananubhavena Tvihang sabbaroga soka upaddava dukkha domanasupāyāsa vinassantu Sabba sankappa tvihang samijjantu Dīgāyuko hotu satavassa jīvena samangiko hotu sabbada Ākāsa pambata vana bhūmi tatāka ganga mahasamudda ārakkaka devata Sadā tumhe anurakkantu Sabba buddhānubhavena sabba dhammānubhavena Sabba sanghānubhavena buddha ratanang dhamma ratanang Sangha ratanang tinnang ratanānang ānubhavena Chaturasiti sahasa dhammakkhandhanubhavena Pitakattayānubhavena Jinasavakanubhavena sabbete roga sabbete bhaya sabbete antaraya sabbete upaddava sabbete dunnimitta sabbete avamangala vinassantu ayuvaddhako dhanavaddhako sirivaddhako yasavaddhako Balavaddhako vannavaddhako sukhavadhako hotu sabbada Dukkha roga bhaya vera soka sabbe upaddava Aneka antarayapi vinassantu ca tejasa Jaya siddhi dhanang labhang sotti bhagyang sukhang balang Siri ayuca vanno ce bhogang buddhi ca yasava Satavassa ca ayuca jiva siddhi bhavantu te Ākāsattha ca bhummattha deva naga mahiddhika Punyantang anumoditva cirang rakkhantu loka sasanang Ākāsattha ca bhummattha deva naga mahiddhika Punyantang anumoditva cirang rakkhantu dhamma desanang Ākāsattha ca bhummattha deva naga mahiddhika Punyantang anumoditva cirang rakkhantu mang paranti Sadhu 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 So with great kindness and good intentions we have joined this religious observances. May all the merit accumulated be conducive, helpful for the Bandara family. So the sponsors, Mr. Dhammik and Manori Bandara, and children Onel and Minol have joined and sponsored the event today. They came to the Vihara in the afternoon and made offerings and are participating from home. So the key intention is to bless Onel, who is celebrating his 15th birthday today. So many happy returns of the day today from the London Mindfulness Meditation Center as well. We wish you a very happy birthday. May all your righteous intentions and dreams come true. May the blessings of the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha be upon you for your good health and happiness, as well as every success even in your GCSEs and the future exams and education. Similarly, may you, Minol, who is starting your secondary education next September, may every step in your education be successful, health and happiness to be successful as well, and enjoy good health as well. So the sponsors would also like to bless the Bandar and Hewa Assam family with good health and happiness. Similarly, also bless the Balasundaram family, Mr. and Mrs. Susila Balasundaram. May you also enjoy good health, happiness, success and prosperity, as well as the blessings is dedicated for Mr. and Mrs. Chaganti. May you and your family all enjoy good health, happiness, success and prosperity. So may those kind intentions, we dedicate this ceremony, this religious observance for your well-being. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So that is the first half of our religious observances. In about 2 minutes or so, we will take a short break, very short break, even if you want to stretch yourself. So the next session is going to be the Dhamma reflection and meditation. I will see you in 1-2 minutes time. So, welcome back, dear friends. This second session is with reflection Dhamma reflection that we have been engaging ever since we started our Rains retreat at the London Mindfulness Meditation Center. So monks observe retreat until from the full moon day in July to the full moon day in October, and the subsequent month is also dedicated for the robe offering ceremony. So our robe offering ceremony is on the 24th of October. So until then, we hold these religious observances, simply enabling you to participate during this lockdown time from homes or wherever you are. So the intention is to practice in the Dhamma, learn the Dhamma, enhance your knowledge, clarify, and even recall and redevelop your thinking and understanding in the Dhamma. So we have taken a text book called Dhammapada, or a book called Dhammapada, and Dhamma means obviously the teachings, Pada means verses or lines, and in this case this is a book with a collection of Buddha's advice to monks, to devotees, or even with reference to a few incidents that took place. And we have been reflecting a couple of verses. Now we are coming to the close of the 4th chapter. Today I'm going to choose the last 2 verses in the 4th chapter, which will be the 58th and 59th verse out of 423 verses in the Dhammapada. So the line goes as such, or the verses go as such: Yatha sankara dhanasming ujjitasming mahapathe padumang tattha jayetha suchi gandhang manoramang evam sankara bhutesu andabhute puthujjane atirochati panyaya samma sambuddha savako. So the general translation would be as such: even as upon a heap of rubbish thrown on the highway, a sweet-smelling, lovely lotus may grow. Even so, amongst worthless beings or worldly beings, a disciple of the Buddha or the Enlightened One outshines the blind or ignorant worldlings in wisdom. Now, this is by all means not to be taken as looking down upon the believers of other religions or other faiths. It is simply to differentiate someone who has the understanding of the reality, and perhaps according to the Buddhist way of thinking, to see what reality is. Now, the few words that we have to clarify here is sankhara. Sankhara is about rubbish. It's not sankhara as we know. Sankhara, we may have heard the word the sankhara. So this is sankhara, so without the H. And this is talking about the rubbish or the rubbish that we might throw, or the bin. So just take an example when all our collected bins or rubbish is thrown at the side of the road, and which was obviously perhaps even quite seen during the Buddha's time, then there might be flowers growing in them. So again, taking this as an example, because this chapter is about flowers, all the analogy or examples taken are to do with flowers. So a flower might grow, and in all the colorful heap and rubbish, someone's attention will directly go to that flower rather than the rubbish. So that means a person who has a clarity of thinking and clarity of open-mindedness perhaps will be outstanding amongst the people who sometimes might be what in here we look the word andabhute, like blind. We are talking blind here in this case in terms of not being able to see reality, or not being able to, or even having maybe narrow-minded thinking. But the word in here is used andha, means in terms of blindfolded with your desires, blindfolded with greed, blindfolded with hate and ignorance. So the word andha is used in that context here, where we are talking about being deluded. So when you are deluded with, we might not see the reality. When you are angry, sometimes we even say we are blind, or when you are blind perhaps with passion and love, and we also use this word blind in our common general usage. So the word blind here is also talking about people in terms of worldlings. Here the putujjana is worldlings. Worldlings would be a person who is in the world. Putu is also seen as in terms of many. So we are. So putujjana would be a person who has also not understood the truth, or understood the reality. So if you are not in the, not even the stream winner, or if you're not in if you have not attained even the first step of enlightenment, or you would also be seen as putajjana or pruthajjana or puhudun or putu. So putu would be, it's used in many contexts in the Buddha's teaching. Sometimes someone, as the word also used to give like synonym would be asutava, someone who has not been enlightened or not being awakened. So someone who has not. So in this case, when I said earlier about ignorance, it is about being deluded in the self perception, or deluded with your ego. So when you talk about synonyms like anariya, ignoble, so someone who is blind with passion or with hate will be in such a state that will not be want to see something, even if you explain properly. They will not realize or understand. So it is about the understanding that we start generating through clear vision. So Suttava would be having a clear vision, or possessing clear vision, whereas Anariya would be like ignoble, or even Anavabodha, or someone who has not understood. So excuse me. So in the context here, in terms of this sansaric lives, what makes us stay, or what makes us still be within this cycle of births would be, according to Buddhism, the 10 fetters, and out of them the first one is about the self-delusion, or delusion of the self. So if you look at all these synonyms, or the ways you try to understand who is not an enlightened person, and a simple way of understanding would be even looking at our previous one or two and ways of looking at our ignorance, would be about the 4 distortions that we could, or the 4 types of distorted perception, or 4 types of misunderstanding. Anavabodha or vipallasa is the word in the Pali. So these distortions can be also taken to see that if you are into that category, or if you are with the behaving pattern as such, then perhaps you could be called a putajjana. So the first one would be seeing no change in the changing, or seeing the impermanent things as permanent, simply put. So again, I would like to recall how Buddhists offer flowers, and it is simply to understand. I've been referring to this quite often because this is the chapter of the flowers. We offer flowers and we try to internalize the understanding of impermanence. Puppang milayati yatha idamme. As much as these flowers are about to fade away, or that will fade away soon, so is my body subject to change. And this is where if we don't realize that we are subject to change, then we are in a deluded format, or we think in a deluded manner. Because if you take things that are, if you take all the things that are permanent, impermanent as permanent, for example, what we own, what we have, and if we become sad when we see those destructions in the things that you possess, perhaps we haven't seen, or we know it is going to change, but we haven't realized, and we haven't developed that clear vision that everything is subject to change. So this is what it means, seeing no change in the changing, or seeing permanency in the impermanency, or seeing impermanent things as permanent. So it takes a long time for someone to come to realization. If we are able to even understand that even ups and downs in life, or our experiences in life, is impermanent, then surely we will come to that highest blessing point, cittang yassa nakampati. Your mind will be unshaken. So to come to that unshaken state of mind is what we call enlightened, or being enlightened. So even ups and downs in lives, our experiences, not just materialistic things that we possess, or we actually want to possess, or even we encounter through our five senses. What is impermanent would be even the thoughts that arise within you, and the thoughts that arise within us is also impermanent. So there is no point recalling some memories in most cases, negative emotions that sometimes arise within us. If we take it as permanent, then we will always try to rewrite the stories behind those emotions. So freeing yourself is by realizing that this too is impermanent. This happiness is impermanent, this sadness is impermanent, this worry is impermanent. Then that person will not be controlled by those emotions. And then, as the verse would say, someone who has realized this will be quickly identified amongst a big crowd, or someone who has the understanding of this nature will always be distinct, will outstand the other people who would perhaps lament and cry when things go wrong. So this by all means does not mean that we are being neutral, or we are being indifferent, or we are being numb. It is about realizing the truth and coming to good senses. It's not reacting with emotions. So you can clearly distinguish between a person who reacts with emotions and a person who reacts with wisdom and wise vision. So this is what the Gatha is saying, Atirochati Panyaya. The wisdom gained through this clear vision, clear comprehension, someone will, or in this case, Samma Sambuddha Savaku, a person who has understood the teachings or the reality or the truth, will outstand and outshine. So to see pleasure in the suffering components or suffering conditions would also be an ignorant thing a person could do. A deluded mind will always see happiness or pleasure in not just impermanent things, but also in some things that is actually truly suffering. For example, holding anger or revenge, for example. Some people might find pleasure or in trying to, might just think that this is what they have to do, and even start building up emotions such as, or even thoughts such as grudges and or even revengeful thinking, ill wishing. So this is where someone would actually engage in things that might be suffering, but yet not realize that. So some people might think about, For example, even there are practices that we might not feel, we might not be able to let go of ourselves. We might think this is how we have to do. We are seeing ourselves in those, and we feel quite vulnerable, yet we don't understand that we are in a vulnerable state. So for example, if you might say, if you watch TV for continuously for 5-10 hours, it is suffering, but we are seeing pleasure in that. You might hurt your eyes. So there are things that you do seeking pleasure, but actually it is a suffering. Your eyes are hurting, your diet, the things that you do that bring suffering. People seek entertainment or fun in those things, and perhaps that is delusion. So in terms of your pride, ego, everything is nurtured through this pleasure-seeking mentality. And sometimes we also see ourselves in all of these. So seeing self would be thinking of all the labels that you can come up with. I am such, I am this is me experiencing this. So when we associate with all our experiences and even our emotions, you start developing a self that is not there. Or you might want to use the word ego, but we use the word self in Buddhism, which means identifying, associating yourself with every experiences and emotions and thought processes, and thinking that there is someone or something that is experiencing these, and feeling or seeing yourself that would want to continue to see or feel, or even someone or discontinue with certain things. So there is this mentality that we develop called the self, and we cling on to this. And simple way of doing it is releasing the labels. Your nationality, your class, just remove the labels, even gender labels, even religion. I'm a Buddhist. That is also wrong. You must be free from those labeling things. I am this nationality, or I am this person, I am that person, this ethnic group. All these are labels that actually develop some fixed, conclusive views, sometimes that actually comes at the forefront to bring more problems within ourselves and our ways of thinking. And the moment you are able to free yourself from this self or even labels, then there is freedom and there is happiness, and a person is free from everything. So in most cases, when we use the word free here, we are talking about the fixed understanding or fixed views or conclusive views that we have of each other. And when you even say, when you use the word each other here, is also when you say the other or the opposite, then you are saying there is someone on this side as well. So even in that logic, we can see that we sometimes point fingers at others, but we forget about ourselves. So trying to release yourself from even bringing labels and prejudiced views would completely be freeing yourself from the self-identity. And this is what we has to got ridden of. This is the first of the 10 fetters, Miccha Ditthi or Sakkaya Ditthi. So Sakkaya Ditthi is assuming that there is this self and trying to nurture, or being in a position that nurtures the self-view, and always using that as a filter point to process everything, or even to actually be at the center point. So Sakkaya Ditthi, or that there is this self, or the view that there is this self, which it actually is a development and nurtured identity. When we are born, we don't bring in anything with us, neither knowledge, perhaps neither ethnicity, or they just come with, we all create this after we slowly, from family nurturing to education to your experiences. So the moment we are free from this, actually that person is truly happy. There is freedom within that person. And therefore, from a person who is not free, and a person who is free is easily identifiable. So simply, as I said earlier, the reactions that we may have with clear vision is different to a person who is reacting with emotions and with fixed views and with conclusive views. People can't let go of those fixed views, and this is where it's the problem. So then that is what we mean here by we are blind, andha bhute putujjane, blind worldlings, or blind that those who are in the sansaric life are seen as putujjana, so andha bhute. So if someone is completely in that category, or if someone is, at least if we try to have a parallel living in terms of the life that you live and develop and enhance your spiritual path together, parallel as a rail track, then you can still distinguish this person from, might not necessarily understand completely as an enlightened person, but if a person is beginning to understand and shine, then you are like the lotus flower, or you are like the flower that is in the rubbish heap. So rubbish heap would be people or persons who are deluded with misunderstandings or deluded with wrong views, whereas the flower that grows from that would be a person who has had a better vision, clear vision, better understanding of the truth and the reality. So Padumang Tatta Jayeta Suchikandang Manoramang, that person is going to be a pleasant person. That person will be liked by everyone, because as much as a flower is attracted by its beauty, a person who is calm, peaceful, not deluded, wise, not ignorant, who has a clear vision, who has a clear understanding, his wisdom is always attracted. So that is what the last two stanzas give us a bit of insight of what sort of personality should we develop. Let's develop a personality of wisdom. Let's develop a personality that has, in this case, we're not talking about the self here. In this case, we're talking about the way of a person starts thinking. Think without emotions. Always let go of emotions. Be free, and then if you interact with people, then that is how we can then understand who a person is. You understand a person not by the outlooks, not by your degrees or your profession or who you are. A true person, or a person who is kind, is easily understood or easily felt. A person who is compassionate is easily felt. A person who has wisdom is also understood by other people easily. So with that few words, I come to a close of today's reflection. So that was reflection based on the last two stanzas in the flowers chapter in the Dhammapada. So we'll continue our reflection with the next chapter, 5th chapter, from tomorrow. So do join us at 6:30 and participate in the Puja, chanting and Dhamma reflection. So now it is time for meditation to come to a close to this evening. So meditation is quite important in Buddhism because it really helps you to transform the way you think and transform the way you interact and live with people. It's not just for yourself but also for the well-being of other people. And in most cases, meditation is simply about developing focus and stillness and calmness so that you start transforming your way of thinking. So we have been practicing what we call loving kindness meditation. And that loving meditation based on loving kindness is simply about developing the attitude of well-wishing, good thinking. On Thursdays, which is tomorrow, we will be meditating on developing mindfulness. Other days we do meditation on loving kindness. So first, I usually make 3 requests. So if you are leaning, come forward. Upright body. If you are resting your arms, free yourself and just adjust your body so that you are straight. Your back is straight. And then your right hand on your left palm. So your fixed posture with your right hand on your left palm. And thirdly, close your eyes gently. So when you look at yourself, if you look at the posture, your sitting posture, you can see how quiet and calm your body is now. If you compare to how it was before 6:30, it's very peaceful, very calm. And if you're not used to meditating, you can be determined not to move, even if your body is wanting that scratch because of the itchiness. Just be determined not to move so that you can see how your body is. So if you just observe that still body, you can gradually notice that it is peaceful. It's not restless. It's completely at peace. First of all, be thankful that you are able to commit yourself this evening. Praise yourself that you are able to let go of all your other commitments this evening and commit yourself to this practice. So when you identify what you do on the days and you have let go of them, you are no more in the need and you are at peace, you are peaceful. You're not thinking about what happened, you're not thinking about what you're going to do, but simply sitting down quietly and peacefully. This body is not in motion at the moment, it's very peaceful. If there are other members in the family sitting with you, just to observe their presence as well and be thankful for their presence. That mutual support is really, really important and great. If there are other members who are not participating, it's okay. Don't comment, don't criticize. Be happy for what they are doing now. Even if they're disturbing you, it's okay. Free yourself from that. Simply just observe that stillness in the environment around you. Just notice the infrastructure that are still as well. And when you gradually keep on looking at this stillness, you can see how peaceful your surrounding is. And if you take that approach to the mind, we can make it peaceful as well. That quiet, still mind is what we call peace of mind. When you are thinking, when you are churning ideas, thoughts, emotions, your mind is not at peace. So when we are thinking and churning ideas, it is always about being or self-centered thinking. Lots of the time, the thoughts will come of things that have gone wrong or that should be the other way, and we start thinking and planning. So free yourself from all these wants. Free yourself from all these memories. They will disturb that peace of mind that you are experiencing now, the stillness. Compose your mind and always at one point of that stillness. Don't let your thoughts disturb you. Don't let your likes and desires and wants disturb you. Because when you stay with your wants, then you are developing conditions, and you always create a big gap between your current moment to that expectation. For example, if you talk to someone with expectations or conditions, there is always doubt, there is always fear, there is always arguments or raising voices. When you free yourself, there is always love, because when you have conditions, you develop impatience and anger and dissatisfaction gradually. The more dissatisfaction, the more problems, because that dissatisfaction is always based on your likes and wants and expectations. So as soon as these thoughts come around within you, just kick them out, free yourself from that, identify it and let it go. Put it in the bin. We never go and open the bin and take things back. When you know it is bad, when you know it disturbs your peace of mind, don't pull it back from the bin. Where there is impatience and anger, we have envy and jealousy and thoughts of revenge and grudge developing gradually. So they sometimes can come straight away as soon as you interact with some people. So be kind to yourself, then you can be kind to other people as well. The more you are kind to yourself, the more you can be kind to other people. Never ever expect anything, and simply free yourself from It will take about a minute of silence to see if you can free yourself from everything. Just observe that stillness and think about the word kindness and loving kindness. You can even think about the moment of happiness, complete freedom. The mind that is not looking for ideas or churning ideas. Free yourself and look at that mind. Now contemplating these lines. May I be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to me. May no problems come to me. May no difficulties come to me. May I always meet with success. May I also have the patience, courage and understanding to meet and overcome difficulties in life. May I be free from anger and jealousy. May I be free from frustration, anxiety and worries. May I be free from pain and suffering. So if you keep contemplating on these, you won't do things that would hurt you or even physically and mentally. You'll always be mindful of these thoughts. And when we share this with others, this well-wishing thinking, we will be the same. We won't do or say or think things that hurt others. So we will be aware of their well-being, of their happiness when we interact with other people. We'll be mindful of their happiness. So let's share this well-wishing thought with others that you're associated with. If they are not alive, don't bring them to your thoughts, or just skip the stations. And even if they don't relate to you, skip the stations. So when you say my parents, so bring the happy moments and happy faces of your parents. So may my parents, grandparents, teachers, uncles and aunts, in-laws, husband, wife or partner, children, grandchildren, brothers and sisters, cousins, nephews and nieces, friends and colleagues at work, neighbors, everyone in the neighborhood, and those that you meet every day randomly, the neutral people that you share a smile with sometimes. May they all be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no problems come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they always meet with success. May they also have the patience, courage and understanding to meet and overcome difficulties in life. May they be free from anger and jealousy. May they be free from frustration, anxiety and worries. May they be free from pain and suffering. May all living beings, including your pets, birds, animals and insects that come to your garden, seen and unseen beings, including all sentient beings, be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no problems come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they always meet with success. May they also have the patience, courage and understanding to meet and overcome difficulties in life. May they be free from pain and suffering. May I be well, happy and peaceful. May I be free from pain and suffering. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So that brings us to a close of today's online broadcast. Every day we go live at 6:30 and spend time observing the religious practices and observances here at the London Mindfulness Meditation Center. So we go live on Facebook and even our YouTube channel lmmc.online. So subscribe, then you will get alerts so that you can, every live broadcast, you will be able to participate from wherever you are. So these days, during the Rains Retreat, we have organized this series of religious observances, including Dhamma reflection, for you to listen to Dhamma, just reflect on a few words even, and then put them into practice. So it helps you to have a peace of mind always. So today the sponsors, Mr. Dhammik and Mrs. Manori Bandara, would like to bless their son Onel. A very happy birthday, his 15th birthday. So from the online community here as well, we wish you a very happy birthday, Onel. May you be happy and successful even in your GCSEs and future education. May you have a very successful future. The Minol, their second son, also is starting his secondary education in September. May you have a very bright future as well. Also, the blessings are dedicated for the Bandara family and the Hevavasam family for their good health, happiness and success. Similarly, the dedication is also for Mr. Balasundaram and Mrs. Susila Balasundaram, along with Mr. and Mrs. Jaganti. May you all be well, happy and peaceful. May you enjoy good health, and especially during this pandemic time, may you always stay safe and have the blessings of the Triple Gem for your safety and good health. The same intention goes to all of you as an online community as well, and also to the Nepalese community who are celebrating Father's Day today. May all the fathers be well, happy and peaceful. If they have passed away, may they be happy and peaceful wherever they are by rejoicing in our good observances. So may the blessings that generated, may the merit generated, accumulated today be conducive to everyone, including you yourself as an online community and your families. May you all be well, happy and peaceful. So with those great kind intentions and compassionate thoughts, we come to a close. Let us all say sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. If you like to sponsor an event, we go live with a series of reflection until 24th October, 24th of October. So you do contact us and we will direct you to relevant people who are organizing this. So thank you for joining so far today. Do join us again tomorrow at 6:30 in the evening, British Standard Time. Tomorrow is Thursday when we do our mindfulness meditation weekly session. So at 7 o'clock we start our mindfulness meditation session. Do join us tomorrow as well if you're free. On Sunday at 9:30 we have a Dhamma Desana in Sinhala by Most Venerable Alawi Anomadasi Thera from Sri Lanka. So that is the monthly Dhamma sermon that we are having in Sinhala, and the Venerable is giving or delivering the sermon from Sri Lanka. So if you're free, Sunday 9:30 a.m., do join us as well. So with that small informative advertisement, shall I say, I wish you all a very happy evening. Thank you, take care, stay safe.